Welcome to Western Union Roundtable, which is a weekly recording for a program that we intend to start today. So today is actually the inaugural part. So we are coming up with this Western Union, which is a roundtable debate that will be discussing various issues that are salient to the Luhya community in this country. And all this is an inspiration of Bulala movement. As a product of the Bulala movement that was initiated early in the year 2014 when a group of young men and women came together to initiate a Bulala movement that is actually aimed at the unifying all the Luhyas for the purpose of achieving or attaining the unity of purpose for socio-economic and political empowerment of this most populous community in Kenya. Thank you very much and welcome to this debate. To get started, I want us to talk briefly on Luhya unity. You know, we're always talking of Luhya unity of purpose. And one wonders, what is this Luhya unity of purpose? And I just wanted to probably ask my good friend Sakwa here, what do you think is this Luhya unity?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Actually, as you have rightly put it, we want to rally the Luhya nation to be united. Importantly, when you hear about our rallying call of unite or we ignore and ignite, 18 ain't just a number, it's because we know we are the populous tribe in this country, and we want to put our efforts towards uniting all of us so that we can have a candidate that will push our agenda forward. The reason being that being 18 sub-tribes, we have the numbers and we have the capacity. The only problem we have had is that we have appeared to be people who are confused, but this time we are saying it's time to unite, and if our leaders don't bring us together, we will ignore them and unite against them and select somebody who will push our agenda forward. Because as we all know, in this country, we are the only people who have produced the highest number of vice presidents. In every election, we have somebody being told you the vice president. This time we want to be the president. So we are going to unite all of us and push this agenda forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sakwa, for those very wonderful remarks. And I can see I've already talked briefly about the ignoring part of it. And so we will straight away go to ignore, because the first one was unite, which is obviously we need to unite so that we can be able to put our numbers together and go for the top seat, because actually the time is now for Luhyas to go for the top power, because we have the numbers and we have right people in terms of positioning. We have people who have been vice presidents, so there are people who have that national appeal. It's just that we are not able to harness and take advantage of them. So I just want us to talk about ignoring, because you talked about ignoring. If our leaders don't unite, we are proposing to ignore. And probably I'll ask Rose to explain further about the issue of us ignoring them so that we can move forward.
The question is, these leaders, it's either they unite us or we show them the way. Because we've been listening to them all this while, yet they're not uniting us. At the end of the day, we the Luhyas are the ones carrying our votes. The votes are on our side. So it's us to decide. They either join us or they don't. And at the end of the day, we'll come up with one candidature, which we are going to tell him what we're supposed to do, how we want us to lead us. I think that is the best way we can do them or work with these leaders.
So we are going to ignore them, meaning that we'll come up with our own new leadership, as you just rightly put it. And once we do that, we'll even go as far as ganging against them. We gang against them and tell the voters, these guys, even if they put up their candidature wherever they are vying, let's not even vote for them. It's very easy and very possible for us to gang against them. So I'll probably ask the deputy chairman, Mr. Shiuka, to expound on the ganging against them bit.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. First, I'm humbled to be among the people who are ready to volunteer and work to achieve this elusive unity. The leaders who are there, who think they are there because of the power of the people. And we are going to talk to them. We have a meeting. We are going to have a meeting with them. We discuss with them. If they will not listen to us, that means we shall go to the people and explain to the power of the numbers. Because we have lost so many things economically, politically, and socially because of our disunity. It is high time that we have to unite.
Okay, fine. Moving on. As we want to go for this unity, we should be looking at now how we move forward. And I'm looking at a way where we need to ignite a fresh movement. And that is one of actually objectives, to ignite a fresh movement, to elect fresh leaders come 2017 in case our leaders don't unite us and we decide to gang against them, because it has to be told as it is. We are not going to babysit anybody because it's our time, and we cannot continue being the laughingstock of the whole nation forever. This is the time we are coming out as the voters and telling our leaders that they have to unite us. Failure to do that, I can assure the whole world that as the Luhya voters, we are ready to ignite. That's where we are talking of ignite. We are ready to ignite a new or fresh movement that will even go as far as electing or ushering in some very new and fresh candidates for various positions, including the top seat of presidency. So we'll be looking at, first of all, putting together the 18 Luhya sub-tribes to form a strong 18-member caucus, and I'm glad to report that we've already started that initiative. And the main purpose of us putting up this 8-member caucus with a representative from every Luhya sub-tribe is to accomplish a very fast and very most important undertaking, which is basically the ID, making sure that our youth who have reached 18 years are able to acquire the IDs, and all these things are available in at the chief's camp. So we want the 18-member caucus to accomplish that, make sure that every 18, any youth that has reached 18 years is able to acquire that ID. In fact, I'm told so many, more than 200,000 IDs are lying in Western Kenya and collected. So this is one of the objectives that we want the 18-member caucus to undertake. We will also be looking at voter registration, which is very important. We believe we need to register these voters so that we can also make an impact during the election time. So this is one of the other undertaking of the 18-member caucus. We will also be looking at turning out the vote, because it's also useless just to register as a voter and during the election day you keep off. So one of the other key important things is for us to educate our people, our masses, to turn out the vote, because statistics show that in the last previous elections, the Luhya voters who had already registered as voters, the ratio at which we turned out the vote was among the lowest in the country, and we want to make sure that that happens. We have seen our brothers and sisters from elsewhere making sure that everybody who registers, whether you are sick or elderly, you are enabled to go to the voting center, and we are ready to do that. We are ready to work with our elderly. We are ready to ensure that people who are sick but have a vote can go and vote. So the turning out the vote is very, very important, and I'm sure Sakwa, you could expound on that. The idea of turning out the vote, very important for our cause.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Actually, before they even turn out to vote, through this movement, it is not going to be business as usual. Towards the election and during the registration time, all people from Luhya land will not be enjoying the usual services without turning out with the voters card. First of all, as the chairman has put it, we'll have to make sure that people collect the IDs that are lying there, and we follow them up to the villages to ensure that they eventually register as voters. And the usual services, including buying commodities and foodstuff from shops, it will be done only when you present your voters card. Once we are sure that the numbers have the tool that we use to cast the ballot, then we can follow up with ensuring that they now turn out to vote. Because if we rally them to vote and they don't have the cards, it doesn't make sense. So it's not going to be business as usual, and it's the high time people understood that